Hey, what is up? It's Friday. We are back at it again. Tonight, we have Corey from Weatherbeard. We have Corey the Bearded Okie. I'm the odd man out. I wish my name was Corey right now. Either way, I'm glad you're here with us, hanging out with us, ready to clock in, put in some OT. Tonight, we're going to get to the nitty gritty of what makes Weatherbeard tick, or at least we're going to find out his last name, maybe, or something. I don't know. I don't know how deep we're going to dive, but we're going to find out some shit about Corey from Weatherbeard. It's not his first time here. We have fun. Corey's really good at conversation. He's really good at keeping the conversation going. So, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Like you said, just waiting for the conversation to start rolling. This is some of my favorite nights to be able to get away from the hustle and bustle and just talk to people. Just talk to them about whatever they want to know, or if they want to tell me something. I'm cool with listening to what's going on in y'all's life too. It's decompressing time for me. I mean, you call it overtime, but I'm kind of like, this is like time off work. So
Sure.
Corey is great at nonstop talking.
That's right, man. That is right.
What's up, everybody? Let's see who we got here. We got Ellie, we got E-Rock, Damian, Travis, Aldemir, Mark Brown, Donnie. What's up, dude? Bearded Jedi Mike, how you doing? Alley Cat, Dan B, True North, Vincent Perry. What's up, man? Donald Long, Shaky, Johnny Ray, Nate. What's up, Nate? I got your package today, by the way, and that kind of strangely ties into Corey as well. Corey's got some insight in Johnny Ray.
Yeah, I actually wore some Johnny Ray oil this morning. It was the Genesis fragrance, which I believe is his cherry tobacco with florals. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. Mm-hmm. I'm going through that sample kit.
Yeah, that's what I got. I picked up a sample kit. I've started to get to know Nate a lot more here lately, and it's a company that I want to support. So, he was running that flash sale, and I picked up his sample kit. So,
right on, man. I'm actually the one right before he did his launch night. I actually convinced him to raise his price on his sample kit from $29.99 to $39.99. Just told him all the factors that go into making a sample, how much product people are getting. It's 50 milliliters of product. And he was like, really? You think so? I'm like, dude, I know so. Let me break it down for you, So he was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, it was a good thing that you did it. So definitely a more fair price. I feel like, you don't want to shortchange yourself as an owner. I know that trying to get your name out there, it's almost like I just want to give my products away. I'm not even playing. When I first started, I was wholesaling my oils, balms, and butters for $5 a piece. I literally was not making money at all. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm just like, I just want to be in that barbershop. That's so cool. I don't even care if I make money, but I guess that helped me grow to where I'm at, just stay consistent with it and learn as you go. But I try to help people avoid those pitfalls early if I can in their business, because, if I was in that position, that's what I would want from me. So.
Well, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. After receiving it, his sample pack, and then actually I have yours in front of me here. We'll go over that here in a little bit. There's definitely value in the sample pack. I've been about sample packs since I pretty much got started doing reviews. I've been a major advocate. I know a lot of companies are like, oh man, what goes into it? It's not worth it. But a lot of dudes, especially right now, I get so many people asking me, hey, who's got sample packs? Who offers samples? I don't want to commit $20 to a full bottle when I can buy 10 samples for $30-$40 and try everything. So samples for me are a big deal. I really, really, I enjoy samples, especially from from a company that, I may not have pulled the trigger yet, and I see that they do offer it and I grab it. I'm like, all right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, so. I mean, basically, that was something that was super important in our rebrand. That's the reason why we took the work to find the kit, get the label, lay the paper in there that looks like grass, get the carabiner sticker, really make it nice, get you a nice card in there that's got all your ingredients and everything on it. Yeah, it is not my favorite. I don't like making these, but I love selling them and running Facebook ads pretty much all year really hard last year. I could not count how many times the comments that I would get was, I don't buy from a company unless they have samples. Do you offer a sample pack? Can I get samples? Can I try a sample? Can you send some samples? I'm like, okay, samples seem to be a thing here. And I can say, like, we sell a lot of these. Actually, like, out of the 5 orders I packed this morning, 2 of them were sample kits. So they go out the door pretty frequently. I hate making them, but I love the fact that a sample kit, I like the individual sample idea too. That's something I saw that Nate is doing, and I really like that. So I might offer that, but I also like the fact that there's been a lot of times where somebody buys the kit and they try an oil that, based on the description on a website, I wouldn't have bought that. But that's one of my favorite ones. Yeah. It's like, okay, so do I want to sell things that people are interested in individually, or like, nah, man, like, trust me, buy the whole kit. You might like something that you don't think you would. So,
well, that's like I told you when I got it, like the Southbound, based upon the description, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But now I really, really like Southbound. Like it's a really good scent. It's put together very well. It wears well.
Thanks, man.
But CORY, Oki, how do you feel about samples?
Yeah, I think they're a good idea. I mean, it's cool that he offers them. I think it'd be nice to have like you're talking about, the single samples available. If someone just maybe wanted to try the blend essentially, or something of that nature. But yeah, samples are cool.
Yeah, I've had a couple people I know that Sean over at 8-Bit, he has like a 1 ounce butter that he does with his sample oils, like an unscented. I thought that's definitely a cool touch. I think if I did a combo set like that, like get the sample kit plus a butter, I would just do our full size 2 ounce butter, but I would sell it like half off or something like that, since you're buying the kit. Kind of like get started for $40. Hey, chat down below, everybody that's here. Do you guys think that that's a fair deal? Like an 8-pack sample kit and a butter for $39.99? Because that may be something that we do coming up, just to build an extra listing on our website. Maybe get our average order values up just a little bit. And it gives people a chance to try that butter. That way they know, like, if they're going to do a combo, like, okay, I like that smoked cherry, but I wanted it in butter. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially now that you offer base camp, base camp would be great. Throw base camp, a 2 ounce base camp in there, and you're good to go. Because then they can just mix the oil. I do that personally. Like, I'm on a kick lately where I'm not wearing as much butter, especially now in the summertime.
Yeah,
I just wear oil, and Weatherbeard was on my list of top carrier oils for outdoor work. So base camp, I'd throw a 2 ounce base camp in there. I think $40 is a great deal.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, it's something to think about. We do have a couple of new things coming out in the rest of the year. I believe my wife's going to be working on labels either while we're on this show or probably tomorrow. But we have 2 more collabs coming out this year. We have our Happy Camper, which is our anniversary scent, s'mores, Scotch, whiskey, and smoke. We're bringing a conditioner out. That's what I was trying to get to. So we will have an unscented base camp conditioner. And I know not as many people are using that. And if they do, they don't use it as frequently as a wash, which is totally understandable. But we will have it, and we're just going to kind of test the market with that unscented conditioner to see how it performs. But something else we're thinking about doing, if it's not this year, it may be like early into spring of next year, but actually get a soap slicer so that we can chop up all 10 of our bars of soap into like 1 ounce chunks and sell like all 10 ounces as a sample soap pack with all the names of the scents and how they come and everything. So people could buy like a soap sampler for $25, try all 10 soaps, and then decide if they want to come back and get the full size, like $8 bar. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
nice. That's a good idea, actually, because for me, when I get a bar, I usually chunk it up anyway, either into thirds or fourths. That way, conservation mainly,
Yeah.
which I really don't need to do. I have so much soap, it's pathetic. But I don't want to, put the whole bar in there. So yeah, it's not a bad idea at all.
Sure. That's what my wife was saying. She said, I know so many people chunk up their soaps and keep them so they don't get wet and like fade away. So it might be a good idea. It's I mean, as successful as a beard oil sample pack was, I can't imagine that people wouldn't think like, yeah, I'd love to try all the soaps before I commit to buying multiple bars. So, but yeah,
Daniel uses 1 bar per shower.
I keep wanting to go back in the chat. Everybody's chatting it up.
Oh yeah, it's what's that? Hold on one second. I saw a question about wash.
Oh yeah, Donnie.
I still need to try the wash. Been loving the Drift DTB. How do they compare? Honestly, Donnie, Drift and Basecamp have a similar feel when it comes to washing, and especially after, because Basecamp I tried first, and they both give you that soft feeling coming out of the shower, almost like you applied oil in the shower or a butter. You know what I mean? Your beard isn't like dry, or it doesn't have that stringy feel. You don't feel the need to apply oil directly after the shower because your beard already kind of feels soft. So yeah, they're comparable in that fact.
Yeah, the pH on our wash is like a 5, which is ideal because typically if you're looking to make a gentle beard wash, per the teacher, he said like between 4.5 and 5.5 is a really good range. If you're getting higher up, it's going to be more of a stripping style wash. But yeah, our base, I feel like between mine and Gary's base, like his base is very, very slick, if that makes sense. Like you get it in your hand, it's just like fast, it just right through your beard. Where mine, I don't feel like it spreads as easy per se. Like once you get it on the beard and you kind of get some circles going, you get that lather, you can kind of move it through, but it's just not like, like run your hands right through your beard,
Yeah, it's like I said, it's more comparable like the feel in beard after.
Yeah,
but like you said, Gary is more slick. It's more dispersible out of the container.
Yeah, the reason why though is like that gentle, like I said, that pH balance, and then we also add and blend like castor oil into our wash to kind of like make it a little bit more gentle. So that feeling that you have like you've already oiled your beard, that may be because of that castor oil being a heavier consistency and not fully rinsing out. So you actually do get a little bit of like that glide with your comb. So.
And I'm not sure, like, I have a number 8? What's the big rake comb from Chicago?
I've only got
not the
pet
rake.
comb.
What's the number?
I have the pet comb too. I have all of them except the number 10, maybe the number 8, but that's what I have in the shower. And that's
is the
what
10
I
like
use.
the shortened version of the pet comb?
Yeah, it's like a pocket version.
Okay, yeah, I'd really like that. I need that for like the car or something.
You should. You're like one of the few that don't offer Chicago combs. Is there a reason?
Honestly, no. Probably just lazy.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you tonight. Was like, why are you one of the few that don't offer Chicago combs?
Well,
because I think your label or your logo would look pretty cool on the label or on the comb itself.
That logo looks sick, bro. Like that would look good on anything. You can get that tattooed on your forehead and it looks sick.
Not bad.
I don't know about that.
Get it on the back of your eyelids. There you go.
Right there, yeah. Like
but yeah, like,
put a little
I guess,
WB.
I don't know, man. I really don't. Like, there's some things people will say. It's like, well, you offer a beard oil sample kit. Why would you not do a soap? I'm like, it just never even crossed my mind. It's like so weird. But I see, I've seen so many companies in the community specifically, because everybody knows everybody, but everybody's got a Chicago comb with their logo on it. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, the community is definitely not my target market for selling a Chicago comb to. It would have to be the people outside. Because it's like, why do you need 6 Chicago combs with all your company's favorite logo on it? They all do the same thing.
Because for one, like I have a number 1 that I carry with me at all times. Like it stays in my pocket. I have one in the shower. I have one where I do, where I do my beard. I put my beard together. I have one in the truck. So there you go. There's where that comes in. Like multiple people have different, I don't want to have to worry about carrying one comb to 15 different spots.
Yeah, true.
So
yeah, I'll actually write that down. I'll make a little note. Look into that right after the stream. What kind of costs.
Beards and Vinyl wants to know if he gets the forehead tattoo, does it get him free product?
If you get my logo tattooed on your forehead, you can have anything you want. Yeah, you can get free you get free products for life, bro. Like
it's got to be on the forehead though. It can't be on the back of the head, or it can't be on a thigh or a calf. Yeah. It's got to be on the forehead.
That's right, man. You can't cover it up with a hat either. You got to rock that thing, man. If I find out you wore a hat, you lose all your benefits. That's right. Oh man.
But
yeah, that is a very, very valid point. Keeping one in the truck, one at work, whatever, in your locker, maybe something in your pocket. I mean, hey, if you're all about the beard, you got to comb it all the time. Anywhere you're at's a good place to comb it. So that is a good idea. Though. I mean, I'll definitely.
The only time I'm not combing it is when I'm doing concrete, because I get that dust in my beard and I'm not trying to brush it into it. I'll leave it on the outside. And but other than that, I'm constantly brushing it, combing it, whatever.
For sure, man. For sure. It makes a big difference. I mean, I just hit it with a comb before the show and it was like, just got some volume and everything laid down nice. So, but yeah, I'll, my wife just said I may have some free products, but I won't have a wife anymore.
Appreciate it, Russ.
Oh gosh, man. But yeah, that'll be something we look into, man. Just sell them at cost or whatever, make $1 on it. Who knows?
Yeah, it's about what you make too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What did Russ say?
Did I miss it? He just said he liked my hat. Oh no, he's talking about your hat. Never mind, I read that wrong.
And somebody asked. Somebody asked if we were gonna do hats, like if we were gonna ever offer a hat. I don't know. Like, I very, very rarely wear a hat, and if I do, it's usually backwards. And this is like the only one I have. So, and it says
we need to do something about that. Somebody needs to send CORY a flat bill. I want to see CORY wear a flat bill forward.
Nah, man, I'd be looking so funny looking, be pushing my ears down so bad.
You won't ever see me without a hat.
It says
probably.
Work hard, stay humble from Walmart, man. So.
Hey, mine says that too, bro, but it's not from Walmart. Mine says work hard, stay humble.
Yeah, check it out. It's like work hard, stay humble there.
But let's see. You can't sell them at cost. Got a comb in my bathroom, at my work desk, and in my truck. Vinyl, I can understand her not wanting to be seen with an oddball with a logo tattooed on his head. That's funny. So, my next question for you, CORY.
Yeah, fire away. Anybody asks questions, man.
When there's not necessarily as much now, but in the past, like there's not been as much transparency. Like you don't see the behind the scenes as much from companies as you do with you. So why all the transparency? Like, you're constantly doing live streams, you're constantly helping people. It's not like you're giving away all your trade secrets, but at the same time, you're very open to letting people into your process.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, kind of going back to what we said in the beginning with Nate firing up his company and me being very involved in that. It's like, I don't know, man. That's just how I was raised. Do to other people how you would have them do unto you. It's like the golden rule of life. Just be nice to people. It'll come back to you kind of thing. The law of attraction. I very much believe in that. But yeah, if I could save somebody the headache, I don't have to tell you where I get my carrier oils from. Even though I can say, hey, I get all my oils from this supplier. But I'm not going to break down my recipe for you so you can make exactly what I'm doing. But I will give you, those general guidelines. Like these are good butter ratios to test at. Keep it simple. When people are developing carrier blends, they're like, I've talked to people, I'm not going to name no names, but there's owners that are like, dude, my blend is like 17% jojoba, 32% argan, 19% castor oil, 2%, broccoli or just anything, and I'm like, bro, like, that is going to be so hard for you to scale like that. Like, you're never going to be able to grow with that. That math just gets really crazy as you're like buying gallons of stuff. Like, how do I do this?
That would be.
So,
so real quick, guys, I do see comments coming through on my YouTube on my phone, but they're not coming through on StreamYard. So for the ones that were posting your, you've been members of the channel. I do appreciate it. So don't think that goes unseen. I see it on my phone, but not on the computer. So I just want to let you guys know that.
Yeah, I wish I could take the time to get through all these other questions. I love that people are asking questions. But yeah, man, the transparency thing, again, with going live on IG, filling bottles of oil, showing people my labeling process, whatever. If I got stuff in the melter, show up like, hey, I'm mixing this with a mixer. And I think that is just something that I started doing because I realized that there was nobody else doing it, right? Like, there's only so many ways to differentiate yourself as a business, right? We're all offering oils, balms, butters, washes, some of us soap bars, but it's kind of like we're all doing the same thing. And it's like, hey, there's another scent that just came out. There's another scent that just came out. And it's, that's kind of the card that gets played, I guess I should say. So for me to let people into, like, this is what it looks like when I'm packing orders. This is what it looks like when I'm filling stuff or when I'm filling jars. This is how I got to carry it over to the freezer and cover it up. And, I think that just allows people that extra element to see, like, dude, this is this dude's life. Like, this is what he's about. Like, he's literally doing all this by hand at scale. And this is what it looks like, the behind the scenes, so that people can maybe appreciate the process a little bit more. So
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, just that curveball of I'm the only one that's doing it, so let them see it.
Well, I mean, like, I remember watching you do it in your upstairs at your house in Ohio. Like, I mean, for the last, I don't know, year ago, a little over a year ago, like, because I was like, oh man, you always have the chillest music going on, blah blah blah. You're just sitting here doing your thing, talking to people, like. Sure. It was a whole like little vibe going, you just went through there to hang out. It's not like you were like really trying to watch anything or, learn anything. You were just trying to hang out. But yeah, I always thought it was pretty cool that you were more open to showing, the behind the scenes. It's not just, hey, I make products. I'm CORY. I'm the owner of Weatherbeard. It's like, nah, this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Sure. And don't get me wrong, man. It's like posting a photo on IG, or a video. Most of the time, we're doing the highlights, right? So, I'm not gonna let you watch every single second of me prepping this stuff because a lot of it's unnecessary. But I do want to get people like the gist. Oh, thank you, Donnie. Thank you very much. I just got that order too. But yeah, anyway, like. Because a lot of the behind the scenes, to be honest, if you could see like every single second, like especially in the growth phase, like how I got to get stuff out of a closet in my house, like I got like ingredients in bags and I got it spread out all over these tables. It just kind of looks messy. You know what I mean? So I would let people in on parts of the process once I had gotten everything kind of staged. And it's kind of like watching TV. Somebody cooking on TV and they got 15 bowls of all the stuff that's already prepped versus you getting crap in bags all over your kitchen and you got seeds everywhere. It's like bang, bang, bang. It looks good, don't it? So, but yeah, that's
the truth. I mean,
see into that for sure.
Well, that's cool though, man. Like I said, the transparency and we've had many discussions about. I really enjoy how. You have put together a main line of scents and that's what you sell. It's not your plan is not based off of a new scent drop a month or even every 2-3 months. I mean, you may drop one every quarter, but you have your summer series, your winter series, and whatnot. But it's not, your business model is not based off of just constantly pumping out stuff. You've established your main line, and I really respect that.
Sure. We're actually not doing a fall series or a winter series this year. When we started our rebrand, we did summer, fall, winter, spring, just hit summer again. And this summer, I decided that now is the time to stop doing that, because I literally have members of the community that are active supporters of mine that don't own anything from my main lineup because they only buy when I was dropping that new, something new's coming, something new. And so it's like, well, why even have a main line if these people don't buy it? You know what I mean? So I want to shift the focus on that, because that's what I have the most ingredients for. It's not a seasonal, it's not limited. It's something that if you fall in love with Lakeside Lodge, it's going to be here, man. Like, when you run out, come get some more, you know?
Right.
And I just don't like the rat race, I guess. That's just not me. But I have had people, you know, it makes sense to have kind of like a double model, right? Like where you have your main line. So when, you know, Tim on Google looks for beard oil and he lands on your website, it's like, oh, cool. That sounds neat. I'll try it. But then you got the people who are like avid collectors, and they buy when they don't need stuff just because they like to buy it, crack it open, smell it, and have it as an option. So I can see that dual model. Yeah, I can see a dual model, you know, where you're selling to the new customers just coming in, and then you got the people who have already tried like all of your scents in a sample kit. They got the combos of everything that they like, and now they want something fun and exciting, right? So I get that. So we do still have, like I said, 3 more scents coming this year, but I definitely want to slow down on the offerings just constantly. And I do want to focus more on, for my business and what I'm looking to do, like I said, is just to scale the stuff that I already have as a main line. I feel like it's very diverse. And like my ideal customer base, like who I would be targeting, is like the blue collar guy that doesn't know about the beard community. His wife buys him some Embered Nights online. He loves it. She loves it. He uses the whole thing up. And maybe he picks up an Embered Nights and tries Rustic Ridge next time. And maybe it's 2 or 3 months before I see him again, you know, but he's about my brand. He likes it. He tells his friends at work, and it just works for him. You know, he doesn't need to be constantly seeing something new to stay interested. You know, I think when you find a toilet paper that works, you know, you just stick with it. So most guys are pretty easy to please. You know, you find a deodorant, it's just your deodorant. You know, you run out, I want more. You know, I don't want to try every deodorant at the store because it works.
I'm too much of a collector.
That's what I was going to say. Like, don't get me wrong. I love getting new stuff because it's like, I want to smell it. You know, even if I don't like it, I'll pass it on or I'll send it to somebody. Yeah. But you know, it's just that getting that new stuff and smelling it. Like, if you you know, I think I've done a little like reading on like addictive personalities. Like, there's only a select few group or a select percentage of people in general that are built like that. They're like, they always want to, you know what I mean? They collect, they want new, you know what I mean?
Right.
As we're like, and most guys are like, I have my deodorant, I have my shirt brand that I buy from, like, that's it. Like, I only wear this type of boot, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But then you have other people who's like, no, I want that new stuff. Like, yeah.
I do find it interesting how, like being a collector is definitely on like certain things, because we don't do that in every aspect of life.
No,
like you said, most guys are really simple. Like I have one type of pants that I wear. That's it. I never wear anything else. I have one pair of socks, like one brand of socks. That's all I wear.
I was going to say, bro, one pair of socks, that's going to get rough.
No, I actually, a little sock plug, I wear Darn Tough socks. You guys probably heard of them. They're out of Vermont. But they have a lifetime warranty on all their socks. So, like, I bought 7 pairs. They're like $20 a pair. I know, that's crazy. But I never have to buy socks again. And I have a pair of socks for every day of the week. So, like, wear a hole in them, I send it in, I get a free pair. Like, it's just that dude. It's epic, man. I love that. So, but yeah, I get it, man. With people collecting, I don't understand it because I do not have that personality.
I wish I didn't understand it, because it's like if there's something out there and you can collect it, I'm gonna try.
Yeah. I don't
mean,
understand, man.
It started when I was young. Sports cards. Now I got Dixon's, beard oil, old video games. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
For sure.
See, I'm not like that with everything though. It's only certain stuff like beard oils, hats.
Got a lot of hats too.
I mean, it's just certain stuff. Shoes. I do have a shoe thing going on now. Like I've always been like that though. Since I was a teenager and started buying my own shoes, like I've always been a shoe guy. But I'm not wearing Crocs. No, we're not wearing. Now I might buy those new Van Crocs that look like the Vans that look like Crocs. I may buy those, but no, man. Like I've had some guys on job sites that when I first meet them, they start out with the whole, "Oh, you look like you pamper your beard. Your beard's got a shine to it." Blah blah blah. But then before the day's over, they're like, "Hey, man, well, where can I get that stuff to make my beard soft and smell good?" And I'm like, see now. Yeah, and then I see them again a couple months later, and they're like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm big on Alley Cat." You know what I mean? Like I have everything they make, and I'm like, "Well, have you tried this or that?" And they're like, "No, I'm good with this. Like I don't need anything else." Because I've told them, like it's a rabbit hole. Like once you find something, you're like, "Oh, my beard can feel better. I know it can. If I just try this brand, it's gonna feel better." You know what I mean? Like, but I know what you're saying about that.
That was a question that I had the other night, but it all depends on your personality type. For the collector, my question was, I submitted it to the stream that your buddy's on.
The commission. It's cool.
Yeah, I said, does it ever get boring as a consumer or maybe even a content creator that the only new thing that you have from companies constantly coming out is a different smell? Right? Like, hey, we are this company. This is our carrier blend. And we have 3 new scents dropping this month. And next month we have 4 seasonals. And then after that, we have 4 scents over here and 3 on our other website, and it's like scent. And it's, it's going to make your beard feel the same. So really the only thing changing is, yeah, that smells good. And then like that's it. The thrill's gone. You already know how it's going to make your beard feel. You know what to expect. So I don't know if customers ever burnt out on that. Like, do you want to see more? Like, do you want to see companies offering deodorants, hair products, bigger variety of things rather than just scent?
Me personally, like I was going to bring that question up as well. I like scents, don't get me wrong, but like I would love to see a Weatherbeard deodorant. I would love to see a Weatherbeard pomade. A Weatherbeard sunscreen. See, I had skin cancer that turned into some bad shit. So like, I like to walk, I like to have sunscreen. If I could get it from one of these small batch companies, I don't mind paying for sunscreen because it's a necessity for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. Yeah. I would love to see new pushing, because I would much rather support you than Johnson & Johnson, or, you know what I mean? Like, I know where that money's going. You know what I mean? That's going to go buy you a new pair of socks one day. You know what I mean?
There you go, man. That's what I'm talking about.
He don't need to buy them. He's got a lifetime warranty.
Yeah, I already got a lifetime socks, bro. I got 7 pairs.
Maybe he wants to give his dad Tim some darn tough socks.
Heck yeah. My dad does got those like fang-like toenails. He'd be cutting socks like crazy.
Everybody's dad's got those toenails.
Ripping the sheets.
Legally can't do sunscreen without proof. Yeah, I mean, I know there's things like that, but
I'm just wondering, like just random stuff. Like, would it be cool if beard companies started selling like 5-pack sticker packs? Just like random stuff, like coasters or mugs or just different stuff. Because I noticed that, I've been in the industry now for 7 years, and especially in the community, it's like a new scent, a new scent, a new scent, a new smell, another smell, and 4 more smells, and this season smells, and smells. And my saying is it's the smells that sells, because literally that is all the thrill that is involved in getting a new product at that point. Like, oh man, what's it smell like? But people do that in the fragrance world, especially like colognes. Yeah. They'll buy the whole sample kit. Oh, smells good. So like, I guess it's just whatever you're into for collecting. I've watched my stepdad collect anything from NASCARs to comic books to Pokemon cards back when that was a thing. He had them all polished and in the cases. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I'm just saying, do people get burnt out? Is it like enough is enough? I've tried like 50 or 70 or 80 cents now.
For me, it doesn't. I mean,
okay.
Personally,
no. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't get old at all. Like but that's the collector in me though. Like, but not everybody is that way.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Now,
like,
and some stuff is like, okay, I've smelled that before, but I've got a lot of stuff, and I mean, a lot of them all smell different. I mean, there is a few that smell the same, but I like cologne too, so I'm just, I wouldn't say I'm a frag head, but I just like the options and the diversity of it.
Sure. I could see people collecting like beard oils for the scent more than I could see people collecting like fine fragrances. You know, when you're getting up into like $150 a bottle, and they're buying like the full-sized colognes that will last you like a year and a half, 2 years if you use just that scent. And then it's like, oh yeah, look at my 75 bottle collection. It's like, whew, I don't know, man. I'd have to upgrade my car or something. Like, I can't bring myself to do it. So,
long time no see, Justin. Hope you're doing well, brother. I mean, I'm right here with you. Like he says, I will say super complex scents get overrated. I prefer fresh and simple. Like, okay, I enjoy simple scents. Yeah, I enjoy simple scents. Like, that's why, like, when I first stumbled upon Birchwood Oud, I bought almost every Birchwood Oud I could find because I love that scent. But then I found a Garwood, that scent. I love it, And then, I wasn't really big on tobacco, but now I like tobacco scents. Like, I'm still not a big food scent guy. When it comes to food scents, I just can't do it. Like, and I even told Matt from Bay Area that I'm like, that's why I don't have half of your stuff, because it smells like food and I don't do food. Like, if I want strawberry shortcake, I'm going to go buy a strawberry shortake and I'm going to eat it. I don't want to smell like it. I want to eat it.
I can do food scents at night usually, but not during the day.
Yeah. Man, you guys like, the chat is lit. Like, I'm trying to read back up, and I'm just seeing so many people are having a good conversation. I can't get in on it. I got to stop talking.
Bato, I did a review of
Donnie.
Lodge.
I got to stop talking so much so I can get in on everybody else's conversation.
Lakeside Lodge is a really nice aquatic scent.
For sure.
It's got some depth to it. It's not like overly complex, but it's a really nice aquatic, like Corey said, citrus cologne.
Yep.
Let's see. I see somebody giving me some shit here, so hold on. Let me address it real quick.
Said you like wood.
So what ATB is saying is he likes the wood. I love the wood. Love it. Love it. As much as I can get. Actually, as much as I can take. Much as I can take. Don't advertise you got the wood if you don't really have the wood. Don't advertise that you got wood if you don't got wood. Just saying.
We got the leather.
Johnny, I heard he loves wood a lot. Gary, we're not here to spread rumors. Unless you know it's a fact. Don't remember, that's what's that word? I can't remember now. We had this conversation. But please stop. That's my son, by the way.
Yeah.
What did you say? Please stop.
He said, please stop. Congratulations on getting your license, son. I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Does he stream on Twitch?
Yeah, he streams on Twitch.
I started a Twitch account.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched him play some video games the other night.
Rad. Yeah, Lakeside Lodge is actually our best seller from our main lineup. Like, especially in like our barbershops, gift shops, boutiques. Anytime we do a craft show and people can actually come up, pick everything up, smell it. Like, the generally accepted scent is Lakeside Lodge. That's the one that everybody, especially the ladies, because it has more of that cologne vibe.
Yeah.
And as we call it, Beards and Vinyl Mark, he always calls them the Lisas and the Rebeccas in the world that come up to your craft show booth. They're like, "Oh my God, this smells so good!" You know, like they just want the thing that smells like cologne. So yeah, that like if they smelled a s'more scent, they're like, "Oh, that smells good," but I don't think my man would want to smell like that, you know, because it's just the masses. So,
Dude, the other day, I got this new scent in, and Abby smelled it, and she's like, "That smells like something from Bath and Body Works." And I was like, "Thanks. Now I'm not gonna wear it." Because I hate Bath and Body Works. I like when she was in nursing school, she worked there, like done some part-time work just to get out of the house or whatever. And like I would go take her lunch or something, and like I couldn't even stand to go in there. Like it gives me a headache walking into a Bath and Body Works. So every time she said that, I'm like, nope, never mind.
Yeah, they did make one scent one time called Mahogany Woods that I really liked, but they don't make it anymore.
Well, they started making beard oils.
Oh no, nah, bro.
Yeah, it's online. You can't get it in stores.
I think I did see that.
You can buy it online, and like, I don't get it, but yeah. Somebody,
man, you don't like the candles or nothing?
No, bro, no.
Oh man,
I do like the hand soap. They have a really nice kitchen lemon, is what it's called, hand soap, and I have that. We keep that in like bottles after bottles.
We have lots of Bath and Body stuff around this house.
No, I'm a big fan of any kind of like mint hand soap. I love minty soaps. Heck yeah.
We have a eucalyptus spearmint I like, but not as much as the lemon. I like, for some reason, lemon just smells clean to me.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, people associate citrus with clean. So,
not gonna lie, I'm a fan of Bath and Body Works. Well, I mean, to each his own. It just gives me a headache. I can't stand. It's just too much. Like that's overload.
You're just saying the store, or like, and just everything in general.
The store. I can't do the store. Like the store, you walk in there and it's like instant headache. It's like, oh, you smell lemon over here. You smell extreme teak wood over here. You smell like it's just too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you there.
That's like when you're in the detergent aisle at the grocery store, man. Like all that Gain and all that stuff is like, oh, just like, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they released another oil today.
Yeah, they did. They sure did.
Crushing it.
Well, I mean, like I said, a lot of people are going to buy that just because of who it is.
No.
Yeah,
but
a lot of people don't know better, you know?
No,
yeah, it's just their following.
Yeah. I had somebody comment on my video and they were like, I don't know. I don't think you know what you're talking about, bud. That beard butter makes my beard so soft. I'm like, well, it should. It's got every chemical known to man to make hair soft in it. So, yeah, it's going to make your hair extremely soft.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many chemicals in there, and emollients and emulsifiers and binders, and, yeah, it's just so much.
I noticed, like, a lot of the big box stores, like the big box brands, whenever they advertise, their ads are usually guys with, like a little bit more than 5 o'clock shadow beard, you know, like just stubble, very, very, very tight to the face, like GQ model, like it's
or scruffy. It's a sculpted beard, like super sculpted.
Yeah, it's very sculpted. It doesn't even come off their face, you know, and it's like the creams and the lotions and whatever they make. It's like, yeah, this will soften your beard, you know, and like maybe it does, you know, maybe on like really short beards, like the right amount might soothe the skin a little bit. So that's kind of the selling point. But for guys that actually have, when you start running stuff like that through your beard, you know, people, you can tell.
It's like running cheap gas in a car.
Yeah.
Just saying.
For sure.
From what I've seen, Gary, they are running their beard oils like their shirts. It's only going to be available for so long, and then it's done. Mm-hmm. From what I was told. But this turned into the Ulta and Sephora show.
Hey, don't hate on Sephora, man. Whenever man, you can go into a Sephora and request 3 sample vials, of spray cologne for free. They'll
What?
fill them up. I mean, yeah, you could take like Tom Ford. Like, I want that one, the $250 perfume. I want you to fill me that one up, and they'll put you like 30 to 40 sprays in a decant for free.
Yeah, I
and you
think
can do 3 of them.
Dillard's does that too.
Yeah. Just go in
this?
next time you're in a Sephora, like a Penny's or something. Just say, hey, do you guys do samples here? I know some Sephoras do, and they'll be like, oh yeah, we'll do it. What do you want to try? They'll let you do up to 3, and then they'll even write like a little label and stick it on there for you. Yeah.
Corey, if you knew this and did not tell me this, I'm pissed.
Sorry. I just did it at Dillard's once. I knew they did it.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else does it. I know for sure, because I'm not even kidding. This is no joke. All right, y'all gonna laugh at this, but this is funny. So for my birthday in 2019, I actually went to Columbus, Ohio, and I went to every Sephora and every JCPenney Sephora that was in Columbus. I think there was like 6 of them. And I got 18 different colognes that day and brought them all home. And I had cologne for like years. Like, I'm not even kidding. It added up. Like, when you add all
That's a life hack. Hey, that's a life hack.
Yeah.
How big are they?
You should do a reel on that,
they're like 5 ml. So like I said, you probably get somewhere between like 30 to 50 sprays. I mean, they're not like counting, but they'll fill it up.
I'll be right back.
A pretty good amount for you.
He's good. He's sending his wife to Sephora. Like, go get me some Tom Ford.
I'm not kidding. I got like Tom Ford cologne. I got the Maison Margiela, the replica brand, the By the Fireplace scents. It's like $160 for a bottle.
See, I did not know that, dude. There's like a Sephora not far from me. I'm gonna go. Like, I have some colognes. I'm not big on wearing colognes as much now because of the beard oil, but yeah, I have some Tom Ford. It's pretty damn expensive. Like, but you should do a reel on that, bro. You should do a reel on that. How to get free cologne from Sephora.
It's Bob Ross. Yep. He's chilling.
So the ones that I got, they're not, I mean.
Did they fill that all the way to the top for you, though, when they gave it to you?
Yeah, I mean, I've used it. But
Yeah.
And then that's another one.
Yeah, I mean, if they fill those to the top, it's either between like 3 to 5 mLs. I would say it's at least 30 sprays.
Well, this particular one is not very big. It's only 1.2.
Okay.
So I mean, it's enough to test it on your skin and, I mean, kind of get a feel for the scent, how you react to it.
Sure.
That's still like, dude, like I'm hitting up Sephora soon.
There you go.
Tom Daniel Sephora has great eyeshadow, nail polish you can wear while operating. I don't run a backhoe, bro. I run an excavator. There's a difference. I run a mini and a bigger one. We got an 80. I can't remember the other one, but just saying. What is it? 1 per day? Nah, Corey says you can get 3 at a time. So like, I'll just go back.
Yeah. You get 3 samples. Say, I want to try these 3. Bam.
You should just go get the same, and just get the same ones. You can have until you get a whole full bottle of one scent.
Yeah. I mean, if you already have a scent that you know you like, you just go into every time you're in a new Sephora, just be like, hey, can I try some samples? Yeah, I mean, you never have to run out of cologne if you're on the road a lot. So.
Oh, your dad made it. There we go. I finally made it.
There you go.
What's up, Tim? We were talking about you earlier. Well, Corey was anyway.
Yep, it was all good.
Corey told us about your toenails, Tim. Just saying.
I told him I need to get you some darn tough socks so you don't cut holes in them no more. That's funny though. It's true, but I've worn holes in the heels of those socks. You just wash them, send them in with a slip. They give you like a $25 credit or whatever, and you can buy anything you want to off their website. You can even get a different kind. You can do like a full cushion sock. You could do the micro crew, a running sock, just low cut, whatever.
Damn.
I love it, man.
Let me mustachio question.
Question.
What'd you say?
What were you gonna talk about? You posted something you were gonna talk about.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, real quick. Today,
Lotto said something
it took
about
me
your
forever.
haircut.
I couldn't get into my normal barber. He's like booked up for like a month ahead. So I couldn't get into him. So I tried to find another place. The only place that would get me in was a place in Bloomington, which is almost 30, 40 minutes from me. So I signed up to get a haircut, or I booked a haircut and a beard trim. So $60 plus the beard trim. It's like almost $80. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's do it. I just need a haircut.
Golly.
Yeah, my normal guy don't cost that much. I tip him and it costs me that much, but it's just because
Really?
of the service. Anyway, yeah.
That's crazy.
So I go in there. He's like, "Hey man, what do you want?" I'm like, "Look, I want a high skin fade. I want to leave the top long so I can slick it back, even it out because there's some that's longer than others. So even it up." He said, "Cool." He said, "What are we doing about the beard?" I said, "I want you to take not even a quarter inch off the bottom. Don't try to round it. Just keep it square. Hit my lines up. Fade my sideburns in." Cool, got you, bro. Does the haircut. I'm cool. And then he starts doing he goes to do my sideburns and he's holding the clippers the wrong way. And I'm like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? He said, "I'm trimming your sideburns." I'm like, "No, you're not. Not like that. You're not." I said, "Go down with it, not up. Don't go up with it. You're not fading my hair. You're fading my beard. It fade down."
Yeah.
So he keeps going. I'm like, "Whoa, stop." He's like, "What?" And I was like, just if you can't do it," I said, "This is my moneymaker, bro. I'm a beard guy. This is what, I can't be walking with a jacked up beard." And he's like, "Oh, it's cool, man. I got you." So he goes to do the bottom, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, I'm gonna take it all off. And I'm like, "No, you're not." Like I said, take like an 1/8 inch off the bottom, just a little transparency. He gets to, and I hear him go, "Rrr," and I'm like, "That's way too much hair." So I sit back up, and I'm like, "Give me the clippers." So I have to end up like doing this myself, sitting in the barber chair, like trying to salvage.
Daniel's cold, bro. What a gangster. He's like, "Barber, give me your clippers, sucker."
Like,
you give me some.
Yeah, because I'm not going to sit there and let him like chew up my beard, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, he's like, "Do you want me to straight razor your lines?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool, And then I look at him, I'm like, "Whoa, never mind, no, not." I seen what you do with clippers. I'm not letting you near my face or neck with a straight razor. It's not happening.
Dang.
So you can't really see it, but he goes to trimming up here around my nose and takes half my mustache off. Like,
dang, bro.
It's like gone. And I'm just like, dude, I'm done. Like, never, ever coming back again.
I'm sorry.
So the shop owner, he's like, "Are you okay?" I said, "No, man." I said, "You guys should not advertise beard trims if you don't know how to do a beard trim." Like, I asked you before we started if you knew how to trim a beard. Like, do you know? Are you 100% confident? How many beards have you trimmed? Like,
yeah.
I showed him pictures. I'm like, "This is what I'm looking for. Like, this is how my barber does it. This is what I need."
Sure.
And everything was he showed me some pictures of that beards that he's trimmed, and like, it all looked legit. It was the same barbershop, and yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah. If you can do a better job than somebody that's not, like, they have all perspective of your beard all the way around and they can line it up. Like, man, there's only one barber, like, I know. I've been supplying this guy with my products since like 2016, like January. He's the only person I've ever let touch my beard or anything. He did like the full-on straight razor head shave, the whole bit. It was awesome. And he didn't even charge me. He's like, "Yeah, it's just good friends, man." I'm like, "Really? Dang."
Mm-hmm.
Would have been like $60 if without it, but that was a really cool experience. I've only done it once, but I'm trimming my beard for years.
I mean, I usually do. It's just I figured while I was there, I was going to have them just, take off the little bit at the very bottom and, fade the sideburns in, because it's easier for them to do it while they're, fading my hair.
Yeah.
But no, my normal guy, like, I just couldn't get in. Like, my work schedule is horrible, and he has his own thing going on. And like, because the guy that cuts my hair does Pat McAfee, the old punter for the Colts that has the podcast or whatever. Like, he goes to Indy 2 or 3 times a week to do their hair, to cut their hair and all that shit. So it's hard to get in to see him. And like he still gives me the regular price. He's not charged me the famous guy price. So, but he's like, dude, I have no space right now. He's like, I can't. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. Dang, dude. That's crazy. I can't imagine what I feel so bad for these guys that do go out and trust a barber that wrecks it for them. Like they don't have the guts to say, no, stop. And they just let the barber go with it. And they walk out of there like, oh my gosh, no.
No,
like,
I told the dude, I'm like, give me the clippers because now I have to salvage what you like. Like I'm not letting you go any higher. Like I can fix this. Just walk away.
Yeah.
Like just give me the
How often do you guys trim your beards?
For me, I probably do it like maybe once a month, to be honest. Like I let my beard grow out, and then like he said, I'll take like a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, something like that off the bottom. Just taper in the sides and like clean up off the back of my neck back here, and works for me.
I usually trim the bottom like at least every 2 months. I'll give it a little transparency trim.
Yeah.
The back here, like once every 3 months.
There you go.
But usually I get my sideburns faded in every time I go get a haircut. So at least once, twice a month, something like that.
I saw somebody asking my sock brand that I wore. Everyone's like, what socks? They're called Darn Tough. Darn Tough socks, primarily like wool based. So another benefit is like these are hiker socks. Like they're really big in the hiking community. Kind of like ultra trail running shoes are, like in the through hiking world. Ultras because they have like the wide toe box. But these socks, like they wick moisture. They're antimicrobial. So it's like you can wear them 2 or 3 days straight if you're not doing like, even if you are, people hike in them for 3-4 days at a time and then they wash them. But you legit don't smell, like they don't stink. It's crazy. You can wear them for 2 or 3 days.
It's because the wool is like
thermoregulated or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that will absorb the scent particles basically, which is bacteria. That's what the smell comes from is bacteria. But
I gave my dad. Well, I would love, like honestly, I think I would love being a barber. I just don't want to have to go to school and get certified and all that stuff like that. That's too much on top of what I'm already doing.
Yeah, What's that? I'd like to cut hair too.
Yeah,
I thought about it, man. I just don't have patience.
Yeah, I cut my stepbrother's hair back home. I trimmed his beard 2 or 3, 4 times before I moved, and then my dad come down here. I trimmed his beard, give him a head shave, put some aftershave on there, make him smell good. It's just so cool to transform somebody's look, and then they like it. They feel confident.
Yeah, feel good.
It's kind of the same feeling that I get when I sell a product and someone says like, best sample pack I've ever tried. It's just like I just love, I don't know, that reward of making somebody's day better is just so
cool. Russ Young, I have a company called Dry Dogs. They have a membrane that there are 3 layers to them. They have a membrane in it that keeps your feet dry. But at the same time, there's an inner layer that wicks away sweat. Because you pull them out and they're like, oh my God, these are winter socks. They're going to make my feet sweat, but they don't. And I literally wore those in a mud puddle out in the rain and my feet never got wet. It's weird how it does it, but it works. But they're $30 a pair. Not a lot of people are going to pay $30 for a pair of socks.
I got some insane socks. I got cheap.
Man, it all depends on what people's priorities are. You know what I mean? There's people that are dropping $350 on a bottle of cologne. There's people paying way more than they need to on their vehicle payments every month. So $30 for a pair of socks. I'm like, dude, $30 for a pair of socks that's going to get me a couple of years of use. I always use food as my comparison. I'm like, dude, I couldn't go out and get a steak dinner with a drink for under $30, and that's gone in a day. Like, these are some high quality. You're wearing them all the time. Like, I'm going to invest in that kind of stuff.
Well, see, that's the way I feel about it when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I know I'm on my feet all the time. Like, I want my boots to be comfortable. I want my socks to be comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? So when it comes to stuff like that, like, it's not really a price thing. It's more of a I like it or if it works or not.
Yeah, it's just like earlier. You said you paid $60 to $80 for a haircut, and Corey's like, "What? That's crazy."
I paid 25.
Hey, man, that experience though, if it's done right, it's like, man, this is the only time I get some me time. I'm gonna invest in it. So.
Oh, I mean, my dude. I mean, I don't know if it's probably location, a lot of different stuff, but. I mean,
By the way, for everybody asking about the whole I need underwear in that, just look up Merino wool underwear. They got tons of pairs. You can get Merino wool shirts. You can do Merino wool thermal pants that wick moisture and don't stink. You can wear them for days on end. But yeah, like Ex Officio is a big brand. But Smart Wool, Icebreaker, a lot of these companies do make wool just about everything. Now you're gonna pay like a wool t-shirt, like a real one is like anywhere from $55 to $85 for a t-shirt for that very reason. Because like people that travel, you could pack like 2 t-shirts and get a week's use out of it, no problem, and they're not gonna stink or nothing like that. So
I have a few of those t-shirts on the way actually.
There you go.
I'm gonna see what all the fuss is about and see if I'm going to wear them to work like 2 or 3 days. So see what happens.
But yeah, as far as Nick Cohn, he said, are wool socks super hot in the summer? No. Like Merino wool is really finely woven. It's a lighter weight. It's actually thermoregulating. They even make clothing and stuff out of alpaca fibers because it's thermoregulating. They can live in temperatures like -30 or something all the way up to like 120 and they're fine. So it's like that ability to regulate your temperature and wick sweat away from you. It's kind of like the idea that a beard makes you hotter. It doesn't.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true whatsoever. I have the picture to prove it, dude.
And as far as rust, how comfortable can they be? What you're thinking of, like an itchy wool Christmas sweater with a bunch of fibers hanging off of it, is nothing like a very finely woven merino wool fiber. It's actually very soft. It's smooth. Yeah, there you go.
That's
he's got the science, man. Look at that.
Yeah, your beard, it makes you cooler. Right there, my beard is the coolest spot on my body. I sent that to Dan, and Dan's like, "Damn, dude, we finally got some science that shows beards are cooler." I said, "Yeah, they had a thermo camera or whatever, infrared camera in it." That guy was like, "I did not expect to see that," and I was like, "It's true."
That's awesome.
Nick C. Thorough goods.
I have some Ariat boots that I really enjoy. I have some Red Wings that I really enjoy. There's one type of Wolverine boots that I can wear. They have a wider toe. And then I found this brand called Patron, just like the liquor. They are now on Instagram, but their boots are half the price of most other people's boots. And I've had 2 pair of them now, and they last. So,
yeah,
right now
There you go. Yeah, man. My wife, I bought her a pair of boots. They're called Blundstones. Have you guys ever seen or heard of those?
No.
It's like it's from Tasmania, like Australia or something like that. It says it on the tag. Anyway, they like Blundstone. The history of it. They're an Australian company that started making shoes like in the late 1800s, I think. They actually were a work boot originally that became like they made footwear for soldiers. I forget where it was at. Anyway, it kind of developed from like this really hard-working work boot to kind of like blending over into the fashion industry like Carhartt did. You know, like Carhartt's work gear, but then they make like everything now. It's Carhartt. So, but it's kind of one of those just Gary, shut up, dude. Gosh. I mean, this is a joke that Gary and I have, but I do enjoy Gary's Winkle. So, you know, Van Winkle is legit. It's legit. So I'm all about that Winkle. But I don't want to hear about you not wearing no underwear, bro. Come on.
Hey, Nick, hit me up on Instagram, dude. I will send you that page for that boot place I was talking about. I think they run about $75 to $80 a pair, and they have a warranty and all that shit. The 4 or 5 people that I've turned on to them have enjoyed them, and they've lasted for them. And they do about the same kind of work you do, like a warehouse and stuff like that. So, yeah, it helps save a little bit of money.
There you go.
Ran over my toe and lost my toenail. Yeah, dude, I've done that a few times.
Ooh, that hurts.
Corey loves the Winkle. Yep.
I actually put Van Winkle on butter on my scalp today after I head shaved. So walking around minty fresh.
Minty fresh.
Yeah, man.
Goes really well with Brooklyn, by the way. I don't know if you've tried Brooklyn, but
I have not yet. No, I haven't tried Brooklyn. I literally, like, when Gary launched, he sent me over a launch box, because we're boys like that. So I got the launch box, and it's going to be a long time before I could use all that up. But I'm dedicated, man. I use one of Gary's products every single day in my rotation. So something, if it's an oil during the day, I like to mix companies a lot, which I'm sure a lot of you guys do, but I'll take like Gary's oil, mix it with my butter. The next day I might do like 8-bit oil with Gary's butter. So I got a lot of Alley Cat. It's good stuff, man. I'm glad it works for my beard. I could have told him, dude, it's terrible, but it's good.
Did Daniel just say he turned on 4 to 5 people? Yeah, at the same time, bro. At the same time. I turned on 4 to 5 people at the same time. But yeah, so that was gonna be my next question for you. Like, what other companies do you enjoy, or not even enjoy? Like, you support other companies? Are there like companies that you're big on?
Yeah. Obviously, Alley Cat, like I said, biggest part of my collection right now. I really do enjoy 8-bit, the feeling beard for sure. Like, he's got a great feeling beard. I'm a big fan of Defined. CORY makes some solid products. He's always been a really cool, chill, laid back dude. Let's see that, like, between my products, those 4 companies stay pretty steady in my rotation. I do have like some LI beard wash that I actually like. That vanilla wash is awesome.
Yeah.
I use the Alley Cat drift wash. I have LCWs in my shower. I haven't tried any of Octane's oils or butters. But yeah, I got a lot of companies that Johnny Ray recently. Yeah. Like, I tested out his butters when he was testing different ratios and stuff. And butter's great. I got the oil sample pack. Like I said, I wore it today. Fantastic. So nice. I probably got like 5 companies or so that stay pretty steady in like a rotation. And then I've got other companies that I use, from time to time. I do have like all of the Copper Johns, the original 3 Copper Johns Graybeard series. I'll throw those in every now and then. I have some Barker's beards. Personally, I haven't ever found a company that, like, my beard doesn't feel better after using it. Obviously, there's some that's like, okay, that's like, dang, my beard is styling on point with this stuff. But for the most part, I would say, like, I've never really had a blend that just didn't work. Like, it had the crunchy beard feeling. But I haven't tried as many companies as a lot of people either, because I'm not out here buying brands. I'm making products. But yeah, I've got like some Westwise stash wax, good stuff. I don't know, dude. I'm a big supporter of a lot of these guys. I know what it takes to build a brand, and I would much rather buy their stuff, and I'm sure I'm getting a lot better results than anything I can find anywhere else. But for sure, those few brands, for sure, like Feelin' Beard, Alley Cat, 8-bit, Defined, my own stuff, of course. I have good beard days when I use those products with Johnny Ray. So
yeah, I'm interested to try the Johnny Ray. My next question is, you mentioned in your live stream a lot, like scalability, scaling, how to use Facebook, how to use ads, how to use, you talk about some of your marketing strategy. Like, how much research have you done on the marketing side of your business compared to 3-4 years ago?
Oh gosh. I actually took a $400 course back in 2020. It took my wife and I about a week to get through this course. And it was basically all about the back end side of Facebook ads, how to use targeting, how to read the data, how to do retargeting ads, what all the different objectives are for. Like if you're running a traffic ad, if you're running a post engagement ad, trying to get conversions, video views, there's all these different things, brand awareness, and how to build like funnels where you have like a top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel, and you're trying to like get the most people in and then weed them out until you have your like real hot customers that are like ready to buy your products. But as far as market research, I will honestly say that I haven't done a ton, because it's kind of like this. I look at it like this. The research that I have done, more or less, has been for how do I make a really solid brand, a company, and have a great website. Like, that's my job. My job is to keep up on the supplies, ordering, making, fulfillment. If I have a broken car, I take it to a mechanic because that's what he does. I don't need to go online and learn how to fix my own car. That's a lot of wasted time and energy when I could just pay somebody who's really good at it and they enjoy it. So the way that I look at it is I started doing research into what do different digital marketing brands bring to the table for your business. What do they do? What kind of experience do they have? They're going to fix your SEO on your website. Are they going to run Google ads, Facebook, email flows? Are they full service? Are they going to make social media posts for you so that I don't have to think about those things? And then comparing prices, how it works, like their contracts. Like, do they charge you more when you start spending a higher budget, or are they a flat rate? Are they like you have to have a year contract, or are they month to month? So I did more research on who's going to be working for me rather than me figuring out how to do it myself. Because I don't want to spread myself.
So do you have someone? So have you hired a company that does it for you?
Yeah. They've been working.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been working for me since January the 1st. They're a flat rate company. It's month to month. If ever I decide like, hey, you're not bringing me the results that I think I could get, I'm done. We'll just cancel. But I do feel like this company is continually bringing value to my table. Every month we have like a check-in. They say, hey, these are some suggestions that we think will help you. These are the things that are winning. These are things that are losing, and what we're going to do to tweak so we can get you better results. And I just really like that. Like, I advise most of the guys, especially people getting into starting their own company, or maybe they're early on, like, look into hiring an agency, because the goal is that you don't need to spread yourself too thin. You need to respect your own time and dedicate yourself to your craft. Because eventually, man, you're going to try to do way too much. You're going to burn yourself out, and you're never going to, it's like the jack of all trades, master of none thing. You don't want to be trying to do everything, because when you do, nothing really stands out. You can't do anything great if you're doing everything. So, yeah, I have an agency do it for me, man.
So would that be your advice to new startups? I mean, is that something to look into early on, or is that something you should wait until you're at a certain level before you should look into that?
I think that if you can, let's just put it this way: if you have good credit, and you can start off by taking out a small business loan and having like, okay, I will be able to pay this off over 5 years or whatever. I'm going to start off by buying all my supplies, my equipment, all the bare necessities. But I'm going to also borrow extra money beyond that and set that aside for the sole purpose that when I hit the big red button to launch my company, like, I have an agency that I've already communicated with. They understand my brand. They've made sure my website is kosher. So when people land on it, they're converting, and they're going to go ahead and get that exposure out there for you outside of the community. And I do believe that the money you set aside to invest in that agency is going to come back to you, because for every, let's just say you have $1,000 a month budget when you start, right? Let's say you borrow 10 grand. Say, this is my advertising money. Well, if you give them $1,000, and they turn it into $3,000 at the end of that month, you know, you've made 2,000 minus your product costs or whatever. So okay, well maybe you made $1,500 profit. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number. Well, now you've got money to invest in your next month's marketing, right? And as you go, both on Facebook and on Google, you have what's called a machine learning algorithm. So the longer that an ad runs, the more data that it collects on the type of people that are buying your product. And it starts to find similar characteristics. Maybe your ideal customer is between 40 and 50 years old. Maybe they're married. Maybe they live on the West Coast. Maybe they like the outdoors, or maybe they like Harley motorcycles. But Google starts to take those data points and it starts to learn, like, okay, I know Weatherbeard's ideal customer. So as you spend more scaling, the platform is actually getting better at finding results for you at a cheaper rate. So if in the beginning you start running ads and it costs you $25 to make a sale, 3 months from now, if you've made 150 sales, there's 150 data points. So Google's going to be able to find that ideal guy maybe for $20 a sale or maybe $18 a sale. So you're making conversions for less money, which means your profit goes up. It's like a snowball, man. That's literally how it is. It's kind of like tossing logs on a fire. Once you've got it going, just give it another log, man. The thing's working. Like, you don't have to stoke it. It's rolling, man. Like, so the more logs you give it, the bigger it gets. And that's kind of the nice thing with advertising, is that as you're scaling, if there ever comes a point where you're like, whoa, like this is growing really quick, I can't keep up, you know, like, you can just pause it. You can scale back. You can say, hey, can we take some money off of this budget? Can we reallocate my money to do something else? Because I need to stock up. I need to buy supplies. I'm behind. I mean, if you're in that position, you're doing good business, right? Like,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, like, I mean, see, that's something somebody just starting out is probably not going to know, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
Unless they come from that type of background. Like, if it's somebody that's already been in that type of atmosphere, like, you know, like the bigger companies like, let's just say Gillette, you know, they have beard products. They already know what's going on. You know, they know who their ideal customer is. They just got to flip it, because instead of shaving, now they're selling to the people that don't want to shave.
Yeah. Or maybe they're encouraging their shaving guys to grow a beard. Like, hey, you like our shaving razors so much, if you ever want to try to grow a beard, we got you too. Because you already know we make a good quality razor and cream, so why wouldn't we make a good quality beard oil? We take care of facial hair. You know, they've already gained the trust of their individuals. They've built that brand. So it's like, I mean, if we make a cologne, you're going to wear it because you trust us, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. Nick Cohn, he said, I am Weatherbeard's ideal customer.
Hey, what's up, Ryan? I did see you come in, bro. I just didn't want to cut Corey off.
Oh, you're good. Cut me off, man.
But it's like that all goes back to the whole transparency thing. Like I was saying, like, you're very transparent about what you're doing, how you're doing it. Like, you're not you don't give 100% of the information, but you give enough information that, you know what I mean? Like, you're transparent.
Yeah, I mean,
let's just put it that way.
I don't have the time to give you all the information, but here's what I always say in my live streams. And this is just the facts, because starting an entrepreneurial journey is terrifying. Like, there are so many factors at play here, and you're putting a lot of money on the line. You're taking a big risk, and you might not make it. I mean, the fact is, like, 1 out of every 5 businesses makes it to 5 years. And out of those that make it to 5 years, only 1 out of those 10 businesses will make it past 10 years before they burn out or they find something else to do. And I think that the burnout comes from lack of understanding. That's really what it boils. It's the whole work smarter, not harder. People get into this stuff, they lack the knowledge, so they end up working themselves to death. They burn out. They don't understand business. They don't understand efficiency. And then they're 4 or 5 years into it, and they're like, man, I have nothing to show for all this work, and I'm tired of it. I'm just going to sell my business or shut down the doors, 50% off clearance sale. I'm going to go work for whatever, and that's just the way life is. But I always say, what's up, John? I always say in my live streams for people asking that kind of advice, like, what was I going to say? I just completely lost my thought. I hate when that happens. But no, like investing.
He was about to drop a nugget.
No, yeah, I hit a roadblock there. But investing in yourself before you start your business, and actually knowing, calculated, like understanding this is what's going to happen when I start my business, because I've got a plan. I've thought out my brand. I've thought out my product launches. I know my prices. I know who my branding is targeting. I'm working with an agency to get exposure. It'll save you from burnout. Just work smarter, not harder. But I can give you the whole plan. I can say, look, man, if I could go back 7 years in time and save myself a lot of struggle, like a lot of spinning my wheels in the dirt, literally spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and looking at my bank account and be like, man, like, where could it be? Where could I be in my financial freedom? Could I have 3, 4, 5 people working for me? And I'm just touching base, going on vacations at this point. Like, if I could go back and redo it, I could give you the formula, but you have to put in the work. And it's the same thing, man. Like, that's terrifying. It's a lot to do. It's the path to success. Here it is. But for somebody to actually do it, that's a very, very small minority that would even take you up and actually follow through with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we think we know better. So
yeah. And I mean, it's like even people that ask advice, full well knowing that they're not really gonna put in the effort that it takes to make something work. Like today, I put out a post, a reel, and I'm like, I get up at 4:30. I'm out the door by 5. I don't get home till 7. I'm up till 1 a.m. doing content, editing, blah blah blah, and then I'm back up again in 4.5, 5 hours, whatever. And I had so much response from it. And they're like, why? Why do you do that? Why do you do that to yourself? And I'm like, because I know the sacrifices that I'm making now is going to lead me to a goal that I'm trying to achieve later. Like, I'm just trying to set myself up for what could happen later.
Sure.
Like, I know if I put the work in now, it's going to pay off eventually. It may not pay off the way someone else would be seeing it as successful, but to me it is.
And it's like that old definition of insanity too. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Like you're not, you know what I mean? Like your channel's not going to boom. Your business is not going to boom. If you're following a certain thing and you're putting all your eggs in one basket and you're just running that old thing and it's not working, it's not all of a sudden nobody's going to wave a magic wand and now you're the company everybody wants to try. You know what I mean? Like, and you can't complain about it. You know what I mean? You can't complain about it if you're not getting the results. Then the process is wrong. You're approaching it wrong. And change is hard, man. People hate change. People hate whenever you change a carrier blend, much less they got to change their whole life and all their habits. And it's hard. But yeah, man.
Oh, it's very hard.
100%. Invest in yourself, invest in understanding, invest in branding, marketing, a solid website. Make it look like you've been a business for 5 years before your first day. Like if you're getting into business, like plan that mess out, man. Like when it's time to go, it's time to go. But see, most people don't start, like you said, they don't start with money set aside. They don't start aside with, savings or a loan or like a game plan. They start off making beard oils for themselves because their beard itched. And then I sold some to my buddies. And then I decided to make a website. And now I've made more sense. And I'm getting better at making my own labels. And I'm learning as I go. I find I can work with affiliates. I find I can be on live streams. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do, and they're just trying. What works? Oh, that worked. that worked really good. When I did a launch on that one channel, I made a lot of money. So I need to make more launches. I need to find more people to do launches for me. And then they wear that out and their business still isn't growing. It's not getting bigger. And that whole approach kind of burns out. And it's like, well, what do I do now? And like so they just have nothing, because they didn't put in the time to gain the knowledge to understand the market and marketing to them. So yeah, man.
All right, Corey, you got to say something, because everybody in the chat is like, Corey is too quiet. Even Corey's dad here is saying you're quiet. So
I'm sorry.
We need you to chime
listening. I'm good. I'm just listening.
It's
I'm
just
dropping those bombs, man.
I'm here. I'm good.
I mean, like you said, I mean, and then I had that comment from Sean. Hold on. It says people think they can make a product, turn on the website, and they're going to make 100 sales. It doesn't work like that. Absolutely not. It doesn't work like that. I've seen a lot of company, and it's just in the 2.5, almost 3 years that I've been around the beer community, and then 2 years as a reviewer. You see a lot of companies come in. They're like, oh, if I attach myself to this person, or if I attach myself to this type of branding or whatever, like I'm going to blow up. And then they hit you back and they're like, hey, man, you did so well. Let's just say you did so well with Weatherbeard on your channel. Like, how come it didn't work like that for me? Like, maybe you didn't promote me the right way, or maybe you just didn't, you didn't talk as well about me as you did. Because I get that a lot. Like, I've had companies come back and they say, hey, man, every time Jay's Beard Essentials is on your channel, he does well. But then I came on and I didn't do very well. Why? And it's like, there's more factors into it than just being on this live stream. Like, you haven't built, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've had friends that have gone on the big channel we all know about, and I'm like, hey, how'd you do? It's like 20 orders. Okay, cool. And then I go on the channel, maybe I got 48 orders, or maybe so and so went on there, and it's like, maybe Whiskey and Hardtack back when they were a thing, like, hey, we sold 100 combos tonight. And I'm like, good Lord, like, I've never done that many orders on a stream, no matter who it is. So there's so many factors at play. Like you said, there's more than meets the eye. I know you guys got to deal with it, because we as business owners deal with the bearded Karens that complain about so many things. But it's like, it ain't your fault that their product didn't sell. Maybe their website was sloppy. Maybe they didn't have a big enough, they didn't build anticipation leading up to the event, so people wanted to buy it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's usually one of the factors. It's like, all right, look, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then but at the same time, you need to promote this. You need to do this. You need to, you know what I mean? You need to email your group, your email list, your following. You need to make sure that, those are the people you're following they're going to be there to buy your product. New people may not be willing to take a chance right now. So, like, you got to do your part as well. It's not just this, you know what I mean? Like, and some people just don't understand that, and they get mad. And like, I'm like, there's like, that's on you, bro.
You also got to
like,
understand, like, these are real people with real incomes, and they may have just not been at a point where they're ready to buy. Maybe they're bought too much, and their wife is like, you better not, you're in trouble. You never know what the situation is. So it's not like you don't have a good product or they didn't do a good enough job. It just might be the market,
Yeah, exactly.
Every day is different day. I've gone and set up at the same market, sometimes do $1,500, sometimes do $600 at the same exact show, same place. It's just different people are coming through, different time. That was a pretty funny dad joke from Chris. I'd read that. That was pretty funny.
Here, probably about another 15, 20 minutes, because I got to get up early too. But
yeah, if y'all have any more questions, man, I love these questions.
Throw them in the chat, because Corey will answer your question. He doesn't hold back. Like, Corey straight up. Like, yeah. So you mentioned earlier you had 2 more collabs coming. I'm pretty sure Jay Cruz is one of them.
Yeah, next month, September 20th. It's going to be called Midnight Cruise. It's Midnight Cruise, and it's kind of like a vanilla amber based scent, so it's going to be real smooth, like easy to wear to bed. just fall type weather, warm, sweet. And then we have a collab with Dan C, December 5th on Command's Corner. That'll be like a really strong mint fragrance, like mint on mint on mint, different mints. Like I think there's like four mints and eucalyptus in this thing. So it's mint.
Wow.
So you don't say.
Yeah.
Dan was just here in Indiana like yesterday. He went to a concert here. I wish I wouldn't have been working. I'd have met up with him. Every time he comes, I'm like halfway across the state. But anyway.
Dang.
So there you go.
And then we have Happy Camper coming back in November. That's our anniversary scent. Last year, we did the launch of that with just 50 combos. We made it combo only, and we had like the bonfire with it and everything. I was selling the combo for $65 because it came with a fire, and that thing cost me a lot of money out of my pocket. So I had to increase my price on the combo set. But I couldn't believe it, dude. We sold 50 of those things in like 20 minutes. I never sold nothing that fast in my whole history of my business. Still to this day, I've never sold that. What's that?
What did it come with?
It comes with a little personal bonfire.
Have you ever seen the city bonfires, like the portable bonfire? It's like candle.
Okay.
It has like 4 big wicks on it, and when you light it up, like it actually lights strong enough fire that you could like cook hot dogs over it. You can roast marshmallows, whatever.
Okay.
But it had my logo.
It's like
branded on the
top. Yeah.
But yeah, those cost me like, I think like $15.50 a unit plus shipping. So I think it was like $17 to $18 a unit for me to get them. I remember spending like 50 times 17 or whatever. It was like almost $700 that I had wrapped up in just the candles. And I'm like, God, I hope this sells, man. Like, I really hope this sells. Because, I mean, those definitely cost a lot more than your product costs, you know. But yeah, man, our people showed up, bought it out. So this year we're going to start with 100 oils, 100 butters, and I think 50 balms. And because we've been marketing all year, you know, with this Google agency, the Facebook and everything, built up our email list, got tons of new customers. Every day, I would say like 75% each day of people buying is typically new customers coming in. So that's really awesome.
That's good.
How does the solid colognes sell?
Solid colognes are actually our highest volume product across the board because of the gift shops, the barber shops that we carry at. They sell like wildfire, again, to a specific market. Like when a woman comes to my booth at a craft show looking to get something for her man, she's like, oh, men's grooming, what do you have? I say, well, we have solid colognes and soaps. They open the cologne and they're like, oh my God, Dad, can I get that in a beard oil? You know, like they want it in everything. You have that in a soap. But they buy the solid colognes like crazy, man. So I get wholesale orders for like 50 solid colognes in a box. You know, it's a lot. But online, I might sell, I don't know, 5 to 10 solid colognes a month. People just,
but his solid colognes are pretty strong. I have one of his solid colognes. It was the very first solid cologne I'd ever tried. And like, it's actually, it's legit, dude. Like, I was worried that like,
cologne.
I was worried it was going to be like kind of greasy, like, you know, on application, but it wasn't really. Like,
yeah. It's like mainly wax, you know, so, and then it uses jojoba oil, which is technically a wax. So it really just like, it sets on your skin well. It doesn't leave a big greasy streak, and then your body heat just warms it up. So like a beard oil is going to really more set on your beard and not on your skin, so it can't really be warmed up. But when you're wearing it on your skin, that heat source kind of like, it's like when you warming a beard oil up, it just opens that fragrance up. So yeah, man, definitely give them a try. My dad rocks the mess out of those things and gets compliments all the time. He goes, he works for Coca-Cola, and he goes into like different fast food places to work on Coke machines. And he said, man, I'll put a swipe or two on that and go in. And he said, I have people compliment me all the time. I'm passing out business cards to people at the fast food places. So
There you go.
That's
He
cool.
says his brother lives in Indianapolis. Yeah, Tim, I'm like an hour south of Indianapolis. We usually go to Indianapolis if Abby wants to go shopping. So we go to Indy, we go to Keystone, places like that.
There you go.
But you're originally from Ohio, right?
Actually, I was born in Murray, Kentucky. I lived in Kentucky till I was 10 years old. Moved to Tennessee, stayed in Tennessee till I was about 21. And then I moved to Ohio until this year. So I just moved back to Tennessee. So now we're here in Northwest Tennessee again. Home sweet home. I live about 35 minutes from where I grew up going to school. So
That's cool.
That's cool.
yeah,
Tennessee's
it's pretty awesome.
nice. It's either end of this year or spring. We're going to Gatlinburg. So
There you go.
I don't know how far away you are from Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg's actually where we went on our honeymoon when we got married. It's about a 5-hour drive actually from where we're at. So yeah, we're like all the way northwest Tennessee, and that's kind of like central Tennessee.
Okay. All right. See, I originally was I grew up in North Carolina, and then I came here when I was like 18. So yeah. Love that part of the country. Love it.
For sure.
So if any of you guys got some questions for Corey, drop them in the chat real quick. We're going to be wrapping it up here in about 8 minutes. Like I said, tomorrow's going to be a long day. Today was a long day. But I do appreciate you coming on, man. And just always being transparent, answering questions. Conversation's always good.
I appreciate it, man. I try to offer value to people wherever I can, man.
Russ says, does that make you a Titans fan?
No, like I'm not a sports fan at all. Like I don't like any team. I've never cared about sports, man. I just don't understand sports. I was a skateboarder in high school, but again, it's like collecting things. I've never understood it. I just don't understand rallying behind a group of people playing a game to the point where you just like, you buy all their merch, you sit around. Like my brother paid like $2,000 to have some seats reserved in the Titan Stadium. And then he pays like $1,500 a year to keep those seats just to have a season pass. And then you got the gear and like, if you can't go to the home game, you're on the TV and you're just betting on it and watching. It's like, man, I have never understood just the total obsession over like who's winning the game, man. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Define Carrie says Corey works hard. Carrie, your blueberry muffins will be ready Sunday morning. Just so you know. Sunday morning.
I'm trying to, like, I'm actually actively investing my cash into learning how to not work hard. Like,
I thought you were going to say into how to bet football.
No, I'm trying to learn how to not burn myself out and to be more profitable, more efficient, more streamlined. Because, again, man, I really do, like, I strongly feel this way. People spend so much time on the product and not on the brand and the experience and learning how to do what they do efficiently and profitably. Like, I don't know, man. It's the difference in running a business and running a charity. I mean, eventually you get wore out if you're not taking that time to learn what you're doing wrong. Why is it that this company can start up and my company is, in my mind, I'm doing the same things that they're doing, but it's like you said earlier, why can they do this and they get 50 orders and I do it and I get 20? I don't know. Well, maybe you need to evaluate, like, why is that? What am I doing wrong? Like, I can't sit here and be jealous, man. Like, I can't say, oh, if I was doing that company, like, well, why isn't my company doing that? I got to take inventory, man, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, man, like I've had this discussion with a few people, but like in people's minds, they see the finished product. They see, and like you mentioned earlier, they see the hot shots on Instagram, and they're like, "That's me, bro. Like I can do that. I can take a picture, or I can do a review. I can make a beard product. I can make a cologne. Like let's do it." And then when it don't blow up, they get so discouraged, and they want to blame everything else, but they don't want to sit back and say, "What could I have done better?" Or where did I go wrong? That's taking that self inventory and figuring out what went wrong. Okay, what did I do that I could have done better or more efficiently, or that's the truth, man. Like over the last year and a half, I've done a lot of like self inventory. Like you get rid of everything you don't need, that don't concern you, that don't apply to your direct life. Because I have a lot of people that say, "Hey, why don't you post your family on your Instagram?" Why? Because this is separate. Like I have a real life outside of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like
business and personal, two different things. It's like having personal relationships with people and business relationships, and some people don't understand the difference. But yeah, man, taking that personal inventory, very important, man. Like you just have to reflect, like, why is my—
But that's in all aspects of life too. That's not just business. That's all aspects of life.
Yeah.
Like how can I be a better father? How can I be a better husband? How can I, you know what I mean? What can I do in my community to make my community better?
It's like looking at the guy at the gym that's shredded. He's jacked, and you're in the gym, you're working out, but you're not jacked. Like, why am I not jacked? Well, you got to talk to the guy. Like, what are you doing? What are you eating? What supplements you on? Like, you on the juice? Like, what's going on, man? Like, how do I get there? Like, I have to be willing to change something because my workout ain't doing squat. I still got a fat belly and like flabby arms, like, how do I get that? So instead of just being jealous, talking smack, that guy, blah, 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 the only reason why he's like that is because he takes testosterone. Like people just run their mouth. Like, well, the only reason why he's making money is because he runs ads. Like.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I totally get it. So as always, man, damn, my hair looks rough like that. Anyway, as always, dude, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody for showing up and hanging out with us. You guys have given me a complex now. Try to let my hair down, and I get made fun of. Damn it. No, I appreciate everybody for being here for another shift overtime. Next week, as of right now, it's just going to be me and Corey and Dan and maybe another guest. It's not really going to be company orientated as of right now. We're going to have some discussions. Hope to see you here. Bring your questions because I'm going to be ready to answer them. I may even post a link and let you guys ask me some anonymous questions.
Those are fun,
seems to be working out. Yeah, it seems to be
Yeah,
working out
that
for
would
the
be pretty cool.
Yeah. So, like I said, I appreciate all of you. Check out the new video just dropped today. It's a special video for a company. Go check out Weatherbeard. He has code restock, save 15% all weekend.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good discount. Usually discounts only like 10%. What you got, Corey, Okie?
Nothing. Appreciate you guys hanging out. It's nice talking to you, Corey.
Tired, man. I sleep super late, man. I know you guys get up early, so I'm ready to go right now. Like I'm up usually till I'm usually up till like 1:30 in the morning, and I sleep till like 9. So I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those 4 o'clock people. But y'all go get some sleep, man. I keep you up.
My first alarm hits at 4.
Yeah. But I appreciate all you guys for being here. Corey, again, thanks for bringing your wealth of knowledge and your transparency. It's greatly appreciated. I'm sure the community appreciates it as well. Code restock, 15% at Weatherbeard. Go check it out. Pick up that sample pack. It's super dope. Till next week, Learn something new today. Let it grow. I'm out.
Yeah.
Later, guys.